Blacktop bleeding in the rug, sunset like a busted truck. Mile markers lean like crooked teeth, vultures tracing names beneath. Bible in the dash, pages torn, bottle in the seat, cap long gone. Rearview full of flashing ghosts, every loud love the most. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down that ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rides a wind that scraped my soul. If judgment's waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Gas gauge flirting under E, gravel spits and argues with me. Old church rotting on the hill, cross leans like a lost the will. Tattooed knuckles on the wheel, spell out every deal I seal. One for blood and one for bone, both of them still unpaid loan. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down that ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise the wind and scrape my soul. If judgment waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Used to think the law was men, badges, bars, a rusted pen. Now I hear it in the wire, humming low like funeral choirs. If there's mercy in that sky, it never once looked in my eyes. So I press my heel in deeper dust, drive this coffin made of rust. Hey, hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down that ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise the wind that scraped my soul. If judgment waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Blacktop bleeding into rust, sunset like a busted truss. Mile markers lean like crooked teeth, vultures tracing names beneath. Bible in the dash, pages torn, bottle in the sea, cap long gone. Rearview full of flashing ghosts, every lie of most. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down the ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise the wind and scrape my soul. On the job and waiting at the gallows, let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, I ain't running anymore. Gas gauge flirting under E, gravel spits and argues with me. Old church riding on the hill, cross lean like it lost the will. Tattooed knuckles on the wheel, spell out every deal I seal. One for blood and scrape my soul. The judgment's waiting at the gallows. Let it swing and let it roll. Hear the hammer's heavy echo. I ain't running anymore. Used to think the law's a man, badges, bars, a rusted pen. Now I hear it in the wire, humming low like funeral choirs. If there's mercy in that sky, it never once looked in my eyes. So I press my heel in deeper dust, drive this coffin made of rust. Hear the hammer's heavy echo, rolling down that ragged road. Every sin I ever carried, rise a wind and scrape my soul. Your judgment's waiting at the gallows. Let it swing and let it roar. Hear the hammer's heavy echo. I ain't running anymore. Bottle on the dashboard, gun under the seat, crosses in the rear view, names I never speak. Whiskey, dust, and death, that's all that's chasing me. Every mile I steal, another ghost rides free. If the devil's got a ledger, he's riding while I breathe. Whiskey, dust, and death are all that's left of me. Sheriff's son and shallow, bled out in the pines. I live with his bad chain clawing at my mind. Whiskey, dust, and death, that's all that's chasing me. Every mile I steal, another ghost rides free. If the devil's got a ledger, he's riding while I breathe. Yeah, whiskey, dust, and death are all that's left of me. Rain don't fall out here, sky just spits out rust. I ain't asking for forgiveness, just a place to turn to dust. Whiskey, dust, and death, that's all that's chasing me. Every mile I steal, another ghost rides free. If the devil's got a ledger, he's riding while I breathe. Whiskey, dust, and death are all that's left of me. this red truck. Key still swinging on the nail. Ass tank bone dry. Ashtray full of mail. Bible on the dash. Pages stuck with blood and tar. License plate hanging like a busted jaw on that car. These iron love lips drag breath from the black. Every note I've been pulls a night right back. I always got a hunger for the crooked and the sick. I feed it my sins with these iron love lips. Oh yeah. Motel neon blinked out years before my first regret. Room key in my pocket, burning like a cigarette. Sheriff in a rear view, face carved out of stone and smoke. But the road keeps singing like it wants me, bro. These iron love lips drag breath from the black. Every note I've been pulls a night right back. Always got a hunger for the crooked and the sick. I feed it my sins with these iron love lips. I carve my name in the shoulder dirt. Every mile of prayer, every chord occurs. If the devil wants change, I got none to give. Just a throat full of gravel and a will to live. These iron love lips drag breath from the black. Every note I've been pulls the night right back. I always got a hunger for the crooked and the sick. I'll die in the ditch, chasing iron lung lips. Found a ring in the glove box dug. Blood brown rust on my Saint's metal chain. Gas gauge dead, but the sky won't quit. Red sun sinking like it's feeling my shame. Motel key swinging from the rear view crack. Crucifix rattling to the holes in the road. Her name carved faint in the steering wheel. My name carved deep in a white oak pole. Chrome and coffin, that's my ride, that's my fate. Steel bones, open grave, rolling slow through every state. Chrome and coffin, hear it moan, hear it scrape. Every mile another vow I break in this chrome and coffin cave. Deputy's badge in the ashtray grind. Smell of rain and a burned out field. Radio fried, but I hear that night scream stuck tight in the windshield. Saw a dress in a ditch last spring. Caught on briars like a prayer gone wrong. Now every sign says turn back now, but this dead man's drive keeps dragging on. Chrome and coffin, that's my ride, that's my fate. Steel bones, open grave, rolling slow through every state. Chrome and coffin, hear it moan, past stop chasing. If I cut the wheel, will the ground start praising? I keep asking the dark, but the dark ain't talking back. Oh, it just laughs. Chrome and coffin, that's my ride, that's my fate. Steel bones, open grave, rolling slow through heaven's gate. Chrome and coffin, hear it moan, hear it scrape. When I stall out on that final grade, I'll be buried in this chrome and coffin cave. Old courthouse lean, like he's tired of the lies. Buzzers draw circles over rust-colored sky. My truck door hangs crooked, like a mouth that won't break. Got your name carved jagged and a knife on the dash today. Rusted blade ballad, cut deep in my hand. Every line I'm singing is a bloodstained brand. You lived in the rear view, I stayed in this wasteland. Rusted blade ballad, I can't drop, I can't stand. Oh, gas sign flicker, 2 towns back, black top broken like a busted track. Your picture in the visor keeps swinging in time to a slow steel moan in a guilty mind. Rusted blade ballad, cut deep in my hand. Every line I'm singing is a bloodstained brand. You left in the rear view, I stayed in this wasteland. Rusted blade ballad, I can't drop, I can't stand. Yeah. Took that short road past the bone white pines. Sheriff found a bottle, but not what's on my mind. If ghosts keep count of every debt unpaid, they're humming this tune about a man and his blade. Rusted blade ballad, cut deep in my hand. Every word I'm howling is a burned out line. You fade in the distance like a runaway train. Rusted blade ballad, dragging steel through my veins. Oh, pages torn and brown. Room keys swinging like a verdict coming down. Dead fly in the ashtray, lipstick on the glass. I wear every bad decision like a broken piece of bread. I'm a war-torn wanderer, blood on my bucket, smoking like prayer. Every mile of fresh-made scar burned across the open air. I'm a war-torn wanderer, nothing left that I can own, just a name that I won't remember, and a road that cuts to bone. Sheriff's daughter tattooed my sins in ink, said, boy, you'll drown yourself before you ever touch that drink. Now my shadow's hitting on the shoulder of the night. I keep driving through the thunder, chasing something that ain't right. I'm a war-torn wanderer, blood on my buckle, smoke in my prayer. Every mile of fresh-made scar burned across the open air. I'm a war-torn wanderer, nothing left that I can own, just a name that I won't remember, and a road that cuts to bone. Graveyard of bottles rattling in the back. Every ghost I ever buried clawing up through every crack. If there's mercy at the county line, it keeps turning out its light. So I trade another piece of soul for a little more of this night. Oh, I'm a war-torn wanderer, blood on my buckle, smoke in my prayer. Every mile of fresh-made star burned across the open air. I'm a war-torn wanderer, nothing left that I can own, just a name